Hey, Pep, let's start with Hard Knocks. What do you think about that?
I caught glimpses of it last year. I'm excited for it. Get the people a glimpse of what we go through during training camp.
Do you think there's any downside to it? You worry at all about guys like either hamming it up for the cameras or it being a distraction?
Not really. We are pretty much down to earth guys. What you see is what you get, no matter who's around. It's not going to change how we prepare and how we compete against each other.
Can you kind of straighten it out for all of us? When we look at you on the field defensively this year, where will you be?
Just a little bit, added responsibility. Same kind of thing. Just being around the box a little bit more. I'm certainly be back deep.
Which you will like.
Yeah, absolutely. Love playing football.
Did you hear a lot about kind of how far back you were? I mean, I saw you and Miles tweeting in the offseason some photos.
Yeah, I mean the fans gave me a little bit of heck about it, but those won't be jokes if I was making the plays I was supposed to make. So that's all it comes down to.
Do you think, with Damarious being able to play deep, do you think that you're going to be in a more natural spot?
Football comes natural, so it's not really a natural spot. Like I said, if I make those plays that I'm supposed to make, it's not even a conversation. I think with Damarious, who's a ball hawk, it gives us a different dynamic. Have a lot of DBs on the field who can do different things, play different positions, and different disguises, and make the quarterback's job a little bit harder. So, definitely great acquisitions, man. Guys who fit our defensive scheme extremely well, and we can't wait.
When you say you didn't make the plays that you could have made last year, did you go back and study the film and try to figure out why maybe you didn't make the one you thought you should have made?
I'm just being hesitant, not trusting myself. Second guesses. Things like that, taking bad angles, just things you gotta, adjust to. Nothing too out of the ordinary. Just things, I gotta go back and correct, and I will correct.
Where are you at with the scheme? I know last year there were some communication issues and things like that. Where are you at?
I understand it way better. Year 2 is definitely where you go through the biggest learning curve. But now I got the scheme down like that. It allows you to play faster. When you know what other guys are supposed to do as well, allows you to help other guys play to your leverage, disguise certain things and make it look like a different scheme, and just things like that. So it definitely helps, having a year under my belt, going through the off-season process with the guys, the whole off-season process, and just relearning certain things, learning new techniques, how to play different schemes. So it's definitely going to be a tremendous help.
Yeah, I know this is catching you coming right off the field, but the NFL just passed a rule that if guys don't want to go out for the national anthem, they can stay in the locker room, but if they do go out, they have to stand.
I haven't heard anything about that. Yeah, I haven't heard
Any thoughts on it here?
No opinion on that. I'm here to just get better, play football right now, prove myself in this league. That's my main concern is.
What about the new helmet rule? They're emphasizing, and you had a play last year, and you hit people on every play. So has there been much talk about that?
What's the new helmet rule? Where are they coming out with all these new rules?
15 yards for any helmet-to-helmet contact is the basic.
So how's that different than the last year's rule?
Well, there's an emphasis on this.
It doesn't have to be defensive. Like if a running back's coming
his
at
head
you,
down,
you're not
right?
allowed to put your head down.
Oh, wow.
And if you tackle, you can't put your head down.
That's crazy. I mean, it's never easy, on the defensive guys. It's a violent sport, and I guess they're trying to, protect the players. But at the end of the day, we signed up when we played this game. We're playing this game since we were young. I don't think nobody is intentionally trying to hurt anybody out here. But when you're moving so fast and it's like that, it's kind of hard to make adjustments like that. You go to hit a guy and then he makes a move last minute. It was kind of hard to avoid some incidental contacts, but. As defensive guys, we just adjust, man. That's what we get paid to do. We got to adjust and, still get our job done.
How often do the coaches talk about keeping your head up, your eyes up? Because I think that's part of this.
All the time. No one wants, neck injuries. No one wants to miss tackles. You got to see what you hit. That's really all it comes down to.
Do you think that there needs to maybe be more attention spent? Since they seem to be tweaking that rule every year with the helmet and that. Do you think that there needs to be more emphasis from a coaching standpoint, whether it's during camp or the off season, to get you guys more tackling time?
At this point, at this level, you got to adjust. To get used to. And now I know what the rule is, so now
Might want to check with the coaches first.
start acting accordingly. But at this point, we're all professionals. It's gonna be an adjustment, but it's nothing too serious.
What have you learned about Randall, and what kind of can you look forward to being with him?
Oh, I mean, he's a ball hawk. I actually went home and watched a couple of his highlights. I didn't know he had 10 picks. So that definitely was one of the things that stood out, especially a safety playing corner. He usually followed, their number one receiver as well. So having a guy back there who's not only a ball hawk but can also play man-to-man against some of the best receivers in this league is going to be definitely something that we can use to our benefit. We look forward to his acquisition and him to continue making plays for us.
I know you minimize it, but it does seem like with him back there now in that deep role, you'll be much more like you were in Michigan. Is that not correct?
We're gonna see. We're exploring different things. We have a lot of guys who can play a lot of different things on defense, and we're gonna put everybody to their best advantage. What they do best in their skill set, and put 11 guys on the field who want be tenacious and go get it.
Are you expecting a big? I mean, everybody talks about year 2 being the biggest progression any NFL player makes. Do you expect that from yourself?
Absolutely. I expect my learning curve is already been proved by how well I know the playbook now, how well I know the defensive schemes, and I'm just looking forward to go out there, learning from my mistakes, playing that much faster, being in better shape now that I got a year of conditioning, with the guys under my belt. And just going out there doing what I love to do and what I know how to do best.
What about all the new guys in the secondary, not just Damarious, right, but TJ and EJ and Terrence? What were your thoughts when all those moves were being made and then you show up and it's like a whole new room?
It's definitely a culture shock, but at the end of the day, those guys are all guys who made plays and, earned the right, to be starters and, to be in this league. I'm just fortunate, I get to learn from them every day. These are guys who played in this league multiple years. And have been, pretty efficient in this league. So it's only going to help, man. And then, we got a couple good receivers as well. The competition has just rose, and we're getting better and better every day, man. So things are looking on the up and up, but we still have a long way to go.
What do you think about the Denzel Ward pick, and what do you know about him as a player?
Oh, he's a hell of a player. He went to that school. But man, we're all here for a common goal, and that's to help the Browns win ball games. What up, baby? He's tenacious, great feet, great hips, can play man-to-man, come up, lay the ball. He's a ball hawk as well, whether it's punching the ball out, grabbing interceptions. And, we can use guys like that fits our defensive scheme extremely well. And those guys Greg Williams like. So, definitely going to do whatever I can do to help him, play fast and, teach him things that I had to learn the hard way. And he has a lot of veterans around him now to, kind of show him and mold him into the player that, we all know he can do.
John Dorsey told us he wanted to get faster in the secondary.
Yep.
Obviously, Denzel's really fast. Yep. I know it just started, but through a couple practices, can you feel a difference that way?
Absolutely. There's definitely a lot more speed out there. With the acquisitions of everybody. Quick twitch, great feet. You can definitely feel the guys are flying around. And our offense is pretty fast too. So, it's definitely a give and take kind of thing. And, we're going to mold each other, iron sharpen irons, and, hopefully that transitions into wins.
Have you noticed a difference going against this quarterback group?
Absolutely. Tyrod is the most efficient quarterback in the league. I think he had 16 turnovers over the past 3 years. You can't beat that. Especially for us who were minus almost 30 turnover ratio last year. In this league, protecting the ball and taking the ball away, that's how you win ball games. And, he's one of the best at protecting it. We have to do our job and go get the ball. And that's what we're going to do.
You almost got one on Baker today. It looked like see that number 1 pick.
Yeah,
kind of light up and get him a little bit.
Kind of try to, get a little highlight play instead of going up there and getting it. But, I still should have caught it. It is what it is.
Yeah, I know you talked about Hard Knocks earlier, but I'm not sure you touched on Greg Williams being on it before. Has he given you guys any pointers?
Nah, not yet. I forgot he was on it, though, so this should be interesting.
Did you see him?
No, I didn't. And I might have. laughed and didn't realize it was him. But now that you mention it, I might go back and watch it.
It's worth it. You can imagine, right?
I definitely could.
2016 Rams. There you go.
Yep.
Did you watch a lot of Baker when he was at Oklahoma? Did you know a lot about him? And what were you paying
Absolutely.
attention to the draft?
Absolutely. You know, and one of the things that's mind-boggling to me is, you know, you have a guy who's a winner, and I feel like he didn't get enough credit that he deserves. Led his team, you know, was a walk-on, transferred to a Heisman Trophy winner. You know, the fire is in him, the fire is still in him. And, you know, he's showing the leadership, trying to learn, getting his head in the playbook, you know, just trying to limit mistakes. You know, he has a strong arm, very athletic, and he has a lot of weapons around him. So, you know, if he uses those weapons to his advantage, learns from Tyrod, and, you know, limits his mistakes, he's going to be a hell of a player.
You've known for a couple of years now. Is there a misconception out about Baker? Is he a different guy than maybe people know?
You know, people just see from the outside and they speculate on whatever they want to speculate. You know, Baker's a down-to-earth guy, very cool, calm and collected, but he's a competitor. And some people get that misconstrued, you know, with their own opinion of him. But at the end of the day, man, this is a competitive league. And if you're not competitive, you're not going to last long.
We make a big deal about quarterback height, you know, especially before the draft.
Yep.
I mean, as a defensive guy in the secondary, does it matter to you if you say, hey, we can take advantage of this guy because he's not 6'3"?
You know, height is height. You know, yes, it is some advantages, you know, with batted balls and, you know, things like that. But, you know, he gets back there, gets his depth. You know, he's mobile, very agile. And, you know, he can throw the ball any numerous kinds of ways to, you know, not have the passes batted. You know, he's not as short as people make it seem like, but, you know, I guess the stereotypical 6'3", 6'4" guy, you know, that people set as their standard. But, you know, he's going to be a hell of a quarterback in this league. I have no doubt about it.